We go to the Adventurers Guild and ask Catherine if she has any available commissions for us to do, because, you know, we have a ton of free time to do small commissions and run errands. It's not like you have more important places to go and mysteries to solve. Anyway, Catherine says that there is indeed a strange guy down at the docks that is looking for manpower, so you and the strange floating fairy decide to go and see what's going on. You get down to the docks and find Uncle Dai. He tells you that there's this quest that involves a strange incident in a mine, and this is why he also commissioned someone that he calls a rock expert. When hearing this, Paimon gets offended on Zhongli's behalf, and she's like, "Oh yeah? Well, my rock expert is better than your rock expert, baka." Meanwhile, Uncle Dai is like, "What the fuck is wrong with this thing?" and starts to regret the decisions he made in life. Paimon then tells us to go and get Zhongli here to prove her out of nowhere and selfish point for absolutely no reason. We agree, since Zhongli is kinda sus after what Dainsleif told us about Kandria, and we also have some questions for him. We go and found Zhongli sipping tea and listening to stories about himself. We tell him about Uncle Dai's outrageous claims, and he's like, "What the fuck, Paimon? But yeah, you're also kinda right," in the most modest and polite way possible. We ask him to join us on this adventure, and he agrees since he is retired and doesn't have much to do anyway. After returning to Uncle Dai together with Zhongli, we are joined by his assistant and rock expert Kun Jun. There is a strange sexual tension between him and Zhongli. They talk about rocks and geology for 5 minutes straight and conclude that they both are equally turned on by rocks as much as the other. After some cheap flattery, Uncle Dai decides to bring everyone along to the mines at the chasm just to cockblock us. We all get to the entrance of the chasm, where Uncle Dai relates the fact that 4 of his miners went missing a few days ago and that he's not able to find any traces or clues about them. After that, we start to investigate the area around the mines. We found out that Kun Jun has this strange power to see the memories of the ores, and he saw the 4 miners being taken north by a strange child. The sexual tension between him and Zhongli grows even more, and we decide to believe him instead of pointing him to the closest psychiatrist. We found some more clues and go to Uncle Dai to tell him the results of the investigation. We let him know that our evidence, which we cannot fully reveal, point out that most probably the 4 men were taken north by a strange child. Instead of pointing us to the closest psychiatrist, he chooses to believe us, and we decide to pursue this lead. We conveniently split into 2 groups. Us, Paimon, Big Dongjong and Kun Jun will pursue the route that the miners took to the north, while Uncle Dai and his men will go and check the settlements further to make some inquiries. After we follow the conveniently left behind footprints by the miners, we go even further north, until we find a woman attacked by some monsters. We decide to save her and inquire her regarding the missing miners. We find out that she is yet another researcher that ventures out into the wilderness to explore dangerous ruins without any kind of protection. For people that are supposed to be smart, the researchers in this game are surprisingly dumb to always venture out into dangerous places that might get them killed without a backup plan. Anyway, we learn from her that she indeed saw the miners a few days ago heading to Nantianmen. We decide to take the lead and go on to check the location, while leaving her there prey to the monsters. RIP 1U. Kun Jun talks to even more rocks and confirms that we are on the right track. We continue on our lead and find one of the missing miners lying dead on the ground. Okay, he's not actually that dead, but he's unconscious. We pick him up and go to a nearby tent in order to treat him. After we treat the poor fellow, Kun Jun gives us some strange rocks as a present, and we finally start to question his sanity and intentions. We brush off the possibility of him being an evil person like it's nothing and continue our journey. Oh, and also we leave the poor half-dead miner there with a note for Uncle Dai, hoping that he and his men will find him first before a hungry monster gets to him. We arrive in front of the strange glowing tree in Nantianmen, and Zhongli says that we should split up in order to cover more ground and search for clues. While he goes towards the most suspicious and most likely to find something strange zone, we, Paimon and Kunjun decide to go the other way to look at flowers and touch some stone. After Kunjun touches the stone monument in front of the tree, he achieves enlightenment. Oh, and Zhongli calls for us as he found something strange. A cool cutscene kicks in and we found the miners digging a tunnel into the ground like some madman browsing through Rule 34 art of his favorite waifu. They notice and attack us. Then Zhongli is like, nah bitch, and protects us with his big juicy shield. Then the strange child that was always sitting in front of the tree appears behind us and tries to attack Zhongli. Kunjun jumps heroically in front of the attack and we get sucked underground. Out of nowhere we have to fight a big ground frog. We get our asses kicked many times because we had our friendship party deployed and none of them were properly built. After many attempts, we finally beat the fat Geo frog and learn about Zhongli and Azdaha's past. It is revealed that Kunjun is none other than a part of Azdaha's will that possessed a random guy and had amnesia all along, and that he and Zhongli were friends in the past. Zhongli brought him to surface, carved a body that was supposed to look like a dragon for him, and gave him eyes to see the world. After that, Azdaha saw how ugly he was and everybody made fun of him. So he decided to forsaken humanity and get revenge on Zhongli. Oh, and there was something about erosion and some memories, I don't know. We go back to the surface and meet up with Uncle Dai. We tell him that his men are fine and he asks us why is Kunjun glowing. Azdaha is like, nothing important, and Uncle Dai is like, well, you helped me so I don't give a Zhongli and Azdaha have a bromance moment, after which Azdaha's will leaves Kunjun's body. Hey, it's the leaked trailer! Everything is over and we finally question Zhongli in regards to Kandria and what Dainsleif told us about the gods, only for him to be like, no bitch, I have a contract, so f and wait 10 more years for the story to progress in order to get your answers.